Hello, friends. In this session, I will cover how to select a drop-down item using select class. Let's get started. So these are the prerequisites that you should have installed in your machine. Eclipse for your test script development, Selenium 4 or above. You can add Maven dependency and also Java 11. Because Selenium 4 and above should only work with Java 11. So here, what is the purpose of select class, right? So the purpose of the select class is that to select items from the drop-down list. And also, select class should work for only HTML elements, select an option. If drop-downs are designed using other HTML elements like div or li, select class won't work. And this is the agenda for the today's session. So we are going to create two test scripts to select drop-down items. In test case one, we are going to pick a drop-down item without select and option HTML elements. In test case two, we are going to pick a drop-down item with select and option HTML elements. And then we are going to inspect the elements on the web page of respective application. And then we are running a script and reviewing the test results. Let me open up the Eclipse and then review our test script. All right. So here I have developed two test scripts for the two test cases that I have just stated, right? So this is the test case one, and this is the test case two. This test case one, uh, the web page is developed using, div and li web elements. There are no select and option HTML elements. Since then, we are going to use link text to select an item from the drop-down list. Okay, so before get into the more details of the test case one, now let us switch to the application and explain you what I'm going to do here, right? We would launch the selenium.dev and then click on about and then select about Selenium, drop down item so that you will be landed on this page. And then we get the title of this page to make sure that we are landed on the right page. This is the functionality of the test case one that we are testing. Let me head back to the Eclipse. Right here, I am created, the driver instance and initializing the Chrome driver. And then with the driver.get, I'm launching selenium.dev, application. And then we are maximizing the, browser window. And then we are sleeping about 3 seconds. And we are we are creating the web element about, in which we are keeping, the web element locator. So in this case, I'm using a link text. In a moment, we will verify the, web element. So this is the link text, name. And then we are clicking on about link. And then we are again using the link text. And then we are going to click on about Selenium link. This is all about test case one. So now let's go to the web browser and inspect the element real quick. Okay, go back to the Selenium page, and here right click on it and then click inspect. All right, so this opens up the developer tools, and then click on here, and then click on about to inspect this element. So here you should be able to see the respective web element. Right, so give me one moment. I'm checking where is this about is hidden. Okay, there you go. Right here. I'm taking this link text of the web element. In this case, about. Right. You can also alternatively use the text method. Uh, this is one of the XPath strategy to find the element. But for now, I'm using the link text for about. Right. So if you see here, by dot link text, and then about Selenium. Right. So this is the next link. And also here, since you have href, right, you can also build a XPath using href and pass slash about, which is same as passing the link text of about Selenium. We can also quickly check here to see whether the href would work or not. Tag name and href equal to what is the name here. Okay, I can see slash about. There you go. You see, right? This is one of one. So the node is matched uniquely. So you can use, link test, the about Selenium. You can pass this as a string, or alternatively, you can use the XPath using href attribute, and slash about is the value. That's up to you, which selector you should use. So here I'm used link text. And then, we are printing the title of the page to make sure that we are landed on the right page. And then we are sleeping about 2 seconds, and then we are quitting the driver. All right. So now this is a time to execute this test case one, and to see how this works. Just right click, run as Java application. So now Selenium dev is launched. You clicked on about and about Selenium, and then close the driver. Now let us review the test results. So here we have written system.out to print the the get title to the console output. So this is printed as expected, which means that the test is passed. Right now, let us head back to the browser and review that test case real quick. So let me comment this one real quick, and then comment also this one and uncomment ebay.com. Let me also uncomment this one real quick. So in the test case 2, we are using ebay.com. Let me open up the ebay.com and explain you what I'm trying to do here. Open up the browser and go to ebay.com. So here in ABI.com, I'm selecting, so let me see what I'm selecting. So I'm going to category, and then I'm selecting, 237 using select by value method, and also 2984, and then collectibles. All right. So here, this is all categories in which you can find, the categories that are available on eBay.com, right? So here, just right click here to inspect the elements within the category, right? So here, this is, as discussed, right? This is combination of select and option, and also you have a value as well as the visible text. We can use these categories under category uh, with the visible text. And also there are two methods that we are covering as part of this video. These two are frequently used methods with select class, right? So here I'm talking about this one. One is select by value and select by visible text. These two are the select class methods that we frequently use. So since we have select and option in this dropdown, so select class should work for this one, right? So here I'm taking this as all categories gh dash cat. So if you look into my test script, so I'm passing I'm creating a web element named cat. Within that, I'm passing the CSS selector of the web element. So in this case, gh dash cat. And let me go here, verify this one real quick. So with CSS, found, and then ID. There you go. The element is highlighted as expected. This implies that the element is uniquely identified, right? This is the drop-down list name, and under which we have a bunch of drop-down items. You can see these are all the drop-down items. So the next step is to walk you through the test script, because we are taking this one CSS selector, and also we are taking the button, because after entering collectibles, so this is the third item that we are selecting, and then we are clicking on the search button. In this case, this is the search button. So here we are selecting, for example, where is collectibles, right? Collectibles, and clicking on search, and we should go to the collectibles page here, and then we are capturing the title and printing to the console output. So that's what you should be able to see. Two elements that we have captured. See, GHBTN. So we are in Command F, and then pound symbol, and you see one of one is selected. So these two elements we are using in order to develop this test script. Now let's head back to the Eclipse and then review the test script real quick. So now we are creating this web element, and then we are creating a web element for search button. For these two web elements, we are using the CSS selector. That's why we have given found and followed by the the web element ID, right? And then we are creating the select class. This accepts one web element parameter. That's what we passed category. And then we are using the select method, select by value. So 237. Let's go to the this DOM and to see where this is located. So expand this guy, and you should be able to see here 237, which means dolls and bears. So here what we are expecting, using this value, we should select dolls and bears. right? And so that's what I passed 237 as a string, and then we are waiting for about 2 seconds. And then, this is the WebDriver wait. So here, this is explicit wait that I'm using here to make sure that element should come to the clickable state, the GH, the category. So once this is in the clickable state, then we are clicking on, select by value. Yeah, in other words, we are selecting, using select by value method, we are selecting one more category, that is 2984. So here, if you see 2984 baby, the category name is baby using 2984. So this is explicit way that I'm using. I will cover the, separate video for this particular explicit weight, because this is very important and crucial, while developing automation test cases. And then I'm waiting about 2 seconds. And then here I'm using other second method of select class, right? Select visible text. So before we selected, using select by value method, the items from the dropdown. And here we are using one more prominent method, select by visible text, to select the, category items from the dropdown. And then we are clicking on the search button so that it will take you to the, collectibles page in which we are going to verify the title to make sure that this is landed on the right page. And then we are waiting about 2 seconds, and then we are quitting the driver. All right. Hope you understand the test case too. This is, little bit lengthy, but we are selecting 3 different drop-down items and making sure that they are selected and landed on the right page with the third item. All right. Now let me go ahead and run the test. So we are on eBay.com now, and see, you are seeing we are at collectibles, and the collectibles also successfully selected. And now let us review the test results. So here we are printing the page title, collectibles for sale. So the script has executed successfully and printed the desired output, which means that the test case 2 is also passed. So here, let me summarize a little bit what we have done so far. We have done, we have in fact we have executed a couple of test cases, and in one test case, in test case 1, we don't have select and option web elements. Okay, let me switch back to the Selenium dev. For here, you see, they have developed drop downs using the div and li and combination of anchor tag names, right? They have not used and select as well as option web elements, which is why we cannot use select class. That's what, if you look into test case number 1, we have not used select class here because HTML web elements in the DOM are not used to are not used to develop the drop downs. So in test case 2, we have used the select class and and use the select class method, select by value, select by visible text to pick the drop down items, because this is developed using select and option HTML web elements. Then you should be able to use the select class, otherwise you cannot use it. So by executing these test cases, it is proven that we should use select class whenever drop downs are designed using select and option web elements. If not, we should be using other approaches to pick the items from drop down, and one of the approach is this one. All right, guys. I think that's all I had for this session. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.